Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Majora's Mask. We've just been turned into a Deku scrub, and we need to chase after the Skull Kid with our new partner Tattle in hand. So, let's get going. And here you can see they're pretty much just going to test our usage of the Deku flowers. So, just jump across to the next one. This is really easy and self-explanatory. You can always tell where you need to go next, so there's no big problem here. You can see there's a chest over here, and some of these it looks like you might not make it. Like, that one seemed really close, but you always do have enough oomph to get there, so don't need to worry about it. We can open this chest and actually get our first item, the Deku Nuts. Press B while flying to drop a Deku Bomb. Upon impact, it makes a blinding flash, freezing enemies in their tracks, just like it did in the first one. So, I guess we could go ahead and check out the menus, since it's going to give us a chance to do so. Of course, it all still works just like the original. You know, you can set it to any of the 3 C buttons and use it. What I like about the menu in this game is it moves really fast. You can actually scroll super quickly throughout each of the screens. So, I think that's an improvement over Ocarina of Time. You can also see this screen here, the masks. Of course, the name of the game being Majora's Mask is going to be dealing with a lot of these, so we'll be collecting these as we go on. And then here we, of course, still have our quest status subscreen. You can see the 4 things here. As I mentioned before, there are 4 dungeons in total, so that's pretty much what those are for. We've still got our heart pieces. We've got this thing here, which I don't really know what for, and then, of course, a bunch of songs to get, just like in the first game. Our sword and shield, which we still have the Kokiri sword from the first game, but this time we have the hero's shield, so it's slightly different. And some more stuff down here. And then, of course, our world map, which we know nothing of. So, there we go. That's pretty much all. Alright, so let's get on and going back here. Let's see, actually... oh yeah, I need to go around this thing. This one's actually kind of cleverly hidden. You have to go around this and sort of make your way back to it. And then head out to this one. Now, this one will also probably feel really close, because it seems like it's a long way away and you're about to run out. But, as you can see, I mean, you got plenty of space. There's no problem. Hey, you! Come on! Press C and talk to me! Oh, geez, we're demanding, aren't we? Alright, so, yeah, we can see target, and for some reason the Deku Nuts are flashing green. I really don't know why that is, but, oh, whatever. Let's just go ahead and talk to Tattle. There you go. See? You can do it if you try. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them so you can talk to them. Use Z targeting to talk to people, even if they're far away. Or if there's someone to target, you can use Z to look straight ahead. But enough about that for now. Come over to this tree and check it out. Yeah, it's going to keep saying Z because this is basically like the Nintendo 64 version. It's actually just L on the GameCube controller, so there you go. Alright, so let's fly on over and check out the tree like she asked. Let's see, check. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. Oh yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Look at it. Man, that does kind of look like me, actually. So, I don't know, maybe we're related or something, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and head on through, and this is sort of going to end this little segment here pretty soon. And we're going to walk through this awesome twisted hallway here, much like the Forest Temple, except a lot cooler. We also hear a new song starting to kick in, and a completely different area. The door closes behind us, and now that area is lost forever. You cannot get back to it, so that's the last you're going to see it there. But here we're in sort of this mechanical area here. Definitely a lot different. I don't know how these two places were connected, but, well, I guess it is. Let's go ahead and head up on around the ramps and see what we can find up here. Well, there's a big door. Let's check it out. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Yeah, hide behind me. I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I've found you. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. Ooh, do tell. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I'm counting on you. Alright, so here we've met the Happy Mask Salesman. You may have saw him in the little intro at the beginning. And he's sort of a main character. We don't really see him too much, but he's really sort of given us our first objective. Did you find that little imp? If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will turn you to normal. Surely you should be able to find him right away. Time continues to pass even as we speak. There are only 72 hours left. Please do not forget my precious mask. Yep, so this guy's got to leave in 3 days. We've got to find our precious item, which is the Ocarina of Time, of course, bring it back to him, and he'll be able to find a way to return us to our former selves. We're also supposed to get his mask, apparently, that the imp stole from him, the Skull Kid, which I suppose would be the one he's wearing, so there we go. But now we can step on through the door and encounter dawn of the first day, 72 hours remaining. So here we are in South Clocktown. This is the main town of Termina, the world that we're in right now. So you can see all the people walking around doing their daily business. He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to go see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You'll find the Great Fairy in there. Alright, so here we are in Clocktown. As you can see, something big and new has sort of popped up. Also, this dog wants to attack you. He doesn't do any damage, but the shield for Deku Link is kind of cool. I like that. But anyway, as you can see at the bottom there, we've got this fancy little clock going on. And this is basically measuring the amount of time we have left. As you can see, it's currently 6 a.m. The sun is circling around. Once it gets to the top, that marks the next hour. 7 a.m. So we need to do this before 72 of those cycles pass. So we'll get a little more into the whole time thing a little bit later. But for now, we've been told by Tattle that we need to go see the Great Fairy in the North Gate. So the North Gate is this way. We don't really have a map yet. We'll soon be able to fix that. In fact, we might be able to right now. I'm not sure if you can buy the maps exactly at this moment, but we'll soon find out. So this is North Clocktown. Clocktown is divided up into a bunch of different sections, technically 5. There's north, south, east, west, and then a separate area called the Laundry Pool, which of course we'll get into all that. And then this guy here is very, very obvious. We can speak to him. What's this? Green clothes, white fairy. Sir, could you by chance be a forest fairy? Oh my! My name is Tingle. I think I am the same as you, sir, a forest fairy. Alas, though I am already age 35, no fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and act my age, but why? I tell you, Tingle is the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now, while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I sell maps to help out my father. Lucky, lucky, you're so lucky to have a fairy. I know, we should be friends. Yes, in exchange I will sell you a map for cheap as a sign of my friendship. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps? Yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and buy the maps. As you can see, the Clocktown one is really cheap. You should be able to afford it at this point. Woodfall is a little bit more expensive, but we won't need that till later anyway. So let's just go ahead and buy the Clocktown map. Yippee! And there we go. We get a map of Clocktown. Now you can find your way around town. The red arrow on the map shows where you enter. The yellow arrow shows your current location. Works just like Ocarina of Time. Well, call again. Tingle, tingle, kululimpa! These are the magic words that Tingle created himself. Don't steal them! Yep. So now we've got our little map. As you can see, 5 sections, like I said before. This, of course, being the north one. We've got this kid here. What do you want, Shrimp? I'm busy practicing with my blowgun. If you can't pop that balloon, then don't mess with Jim. Yep, he's trying to pop this big balloon up here. Of course, there's nothing really we can do about that at the moment, so let's just go ahead and get back to our objective. There are a ton of people to talk to around here, so the first bit of this is going to be just a lot of hanging around and sort of checking out the place, so it might be a little bit slow to start out, but it'll pick up later. So we want to go in here, and this is the cave where the Great Fairy hides out. As you can see, the Fairy's Fountain, but I see a bunch of little fairies. Oh no, the Great Fairy! Alright, well, can we talk to these? No, I guess they're just kind of hanging around. Oh, there we go. Wow, that's a weird camera. Young one, please hear my plea. I have been broken and shattered to pieces by the masked Skull Kid. Please find the one stray fairy lost in town and bring her to this fairy fountain. And they're circling around you here. I think, wow, okay, I think they were healing you or something. I don't know. It probably is what it was. But since I didn't have any life lost, of course I didn't need it. But now, apparently, to meet the Great Fairy, we're going to have to find the one stray fairy lost in town and bring it here. And, of course, I already know where this is. It's really not too hard to search around if you don't already know. But, I mean, it's not like there's a whole lot of places to check out here. But where you want to go is actually over here. Avoid that big yellow flower for now. It's just going to be annoying at the moment. And we want to head up the stairs and into this very southwest area. And this area I also mentioned before as the laundry pool. So that's where we're heading now. Got this frog here that we'll do something with a lot later. And then not really a whole bunch else, except you can see the stray fairy is hanging out right there. So we want to use Deku Link's little ability here that we haven't seen yet. We can sort of hop across the water and grab that one. Please hear my plea. The masked skull kid has broken me apart and scattered my pieces. Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clocktown. Yep, there you go. So, and that's Deku Link's ability. I didn't really get to see it too much, but you can kind of hop across the water here. He can't swim, so if you hop more, you can see there's a little counter going down there, 5, 4, 3. If that reaches 0, then you will sort of drown, I guess, and get start over back at the beginning. You can also ring that bell and make this guy come out who's wearing a mask, but you can't do anything with him. He'll just kind of stand there. And if you try to approach him, he'll start running back into his house, so we don't need to worry about him. We will, of course, later. But you can already see there are a lot of people running around and a lot of things we can do just here in the starting town. So the focus on this game really is on the side quests and minigames. So right now we're kind of seeing a whole lot of things that don't really make too much sense at the moment, but we'll get to all of them in due time. For now, let's just sort of narrow the focus and get our objectives done. Okay, so we found the stray fairy. We need to return it to the fairy's fountain up here in North Clocktown. So let's head on over there. And put them back together. Tattle, and you, young one of the altered shape, thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the great fairy of magic. I thought that masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. And with that, we've been granted magic power. In your current form, press B to shoot bubble blasts. Press and hold B to blow a big bubble. Release B to shoot it. Your magic power decreases when you shoot. Replenish it with magic jars and potions. The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's powers, kind young one. If ever you are returned to your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help. Ooh, more help. We can always use that, right? So there we go. We've talked to the Great Fairy, and she's said that the observatory outside of town is where we need to head next. And once we get our form back, we can see her, and she'll give us some more stuff. So that's pretty cool. But for now, we've received our magic meter, and as such, our first power here as Deku Link. You can see our B button now says shoot on it, and Tingle is also now floating on this bubble, or bubble on the balloon. Sorry, we can shoot bubbles, but there you go. So yeah, now this kid you can see is trying to pop this balloon and he's not having much luck, so we can kind of test out our new powers by holding B. You can charge it up and then shoot it at the balloon. It'll pop. We'll get all surprised, like 5 seconds later, kind of a delayed reaction, but we can talk to him. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku scrub. We bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. Don't think you're getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Sure, why not? Alright, line up, guys. Whoa, there's 5 of them. If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. Are you ready? Nope. Last one falls down. Alright, so now we're playing hide and seek with some kids. Again, side quests and minigames. I'm telling you, there's a lot of them. The first one you can see is right over here. He's number 5. It doesn't matter what order you find them in as long as you get them all. Once we approach them, as you can see, they're going to start running away, and that can make them somewhat difficult to catch. What I like to do is get them until they stop here. You can shoot a bubble at them. Once it hits them, they'll fall down, and then you can just walk up to them and grab them. Oh, you caught me. Now there are only 4 left. And that's really the easy way to do it. Otherwise, you could be chasing those guys around for a long time because they are quite fast. But anyway, now that we found the first one, let's see what Tattle has to say first. Why do we have to play these stupid brats' little games? Come on, hurry up and find them already. Only 15 hours left until morning. Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, she also kind of keeps a running count, like we can't see what time it is. But anyway, I'm going to pause it right here to keep time from passing, because we are actually kind of under a time limit here. So I'm going to end the video here. In the next part, we will find all of the bombers and see if we can get the code to their hideout and find out a little bit more about this place. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.